Hey there, folks. Welcome to the Mañana Nomás Morning Check-In. This is your host, Kurt Van Anen, the host of the Mañana Nomás Morning Check-In, and everything else online that's Mañana Nomás. And I wanted to jump in early with you guys today because realistically, it's just going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days with the best intentions and then not getting online to say hi to you guys and check in for the day. So I wanted to make sure I did it a little earlier today. So it's just after 9 o'clock. It is, it's Wednesday. It is December 8th, 2021. And, looking at the meetings and the events of the day, right? So got two kids living at home. So one of them's got a formal event that they're going to today, wearing one of my suits. He looks so good. I got him a purple shirt, tie, gray suit, gray shoes, looks really good. So he's going to a formal tonight for the holidays with church. And my daughter, she decided she wanted to have a tea, right? And so she invited a gaggle of her friends over. I think they're coming over at like 3 o'clock or something like that. But she wanted to have like a formal tea to celebrate the holidays. I have no idea where this comes from. I don't know if it is from watching Ayn Rand films, on subscription TV or what got into her head. But she wanted to have a tea, and so we've got 9 different flavors of tea. We've made brownies, brownie balls, cookies, biscuits, scones. They're going to have little sandwiches, little sandwich wedges. And those folks are coming over. So, we got the house ready, clean the house, put Christmas up this week. And right in the middle of all that, going on, Mañana Nomás is what, I always say this, Mañana Nomás is the umbrella, right? And then we have projects under Mañana Nomás. And one of those is the Power Sport Academy. Absolutely love the Power Sport Academy. Well, I decided I'm going to go to the AIM Expo. The AIM Expo is in January, and it's kind of a national meeting of everybody power sports, dealers, vendors, all kinds of people. And I'd like to welcome Clark, the barking dog across the street, to the call, and the landscapers to the call. It must be Wednesday. And so I'm going to go to AIM Expo. I already spoke to the folks at AIM. There's a tiny, minute chance I might get a chance to speak there. But if I don't get a chance to speak there, it'll still be awesome to go around, meet some folks, network with some folks, and really just try to be in this industry from the perspective, of a high-performing vendor, rather than being an outlier, just trying to pick up the pieces left out behind, right? And so really looking forward to getting into this national event and doing some good there. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of the people that I see online, meeting them face to face and shaking hands and maybe punching a few people in the shoulders that I haven't seen in a few years. And so really looking forward to going to AIM Expo. So we made the decision to do that. We're making headway on our camper van, getting ready for the travels that things like the AIM Expo will bring out for us. And so we're making headway on that and building out the interior of that. You'll see that on a Van Life Mañana. So if you follow us on Instagram, we've got the Mañana Nomás channel, and then we've got Van Life Mañana. And some people are really into this camper van thing. And so we created its own channel, and we even have our own part of the website on Mañana Nomás that deals with the camper van build so that people can see what we're doing and maybe have an interest in that. For me personally, I got to tell you, when I look at a future that has me driving around in this van, and it's a big van, it's a big SWAT truck. If you haven't seen it already on social, it's a big van. So I'm looking forward to being able to drive around in this van with my mountain bike or my road bike and go to different cities, different states, shake hands, see people face to face, do some dealer consulting work, but have Wi-Fi, be able to work while I'm on the road, and then get into this bicycling and say, hey, I've always wanted to do the trail that goes across Nebraska. I've always wanted to do the trail, in Georgia. I've always wanted to meet my friends in Pennsylvania and, hit this set of trails in the Poconos. And it'll be so cool to be able to finally go and do that kind of stuff. And then we've got a whole gaggle of friends up in Canada. So I can't wait to, go up through the New York side of Canada, take care of some business up in Canada that we've got, and then just kind of work our way maybe back into the States across the top of the United States, then back up into Canada on the west side. And, maybe hit up Whistler, do a couple of mountain bike days at Whistler or something like that. But, that to me is like dream come true stuff, man. Put the family in the truck and hit the road. And so looking really forward to seeing people in person and traveling and doing that kind of thing. And I think our social media at that point in time is going to go through the moon, because everybody's going to want to be like, where are you going today? What's this? What's that? And see things traveling on the road, right? So that's kind of a fun thing to think about. That, and we have been, I told you guys in a value-added email that went out this week, I told folks that the Power Sport Academy was changing kind of its look, kind of its customer flow, if you will. And so we've opened up the ability to do service sales strategy sessions with people. So a service sales strategy session is exactly what it sounds like. A dealer owner or a service manager or a general manager can go ahead and schedule a 90-minute block with us at the Power Sports Academy. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a student. You don't have to sign up for, thousands of dollars in training or classes. You just sign up, and it's a 90-minute session. There's a prep form that goes with it. So you sign up for the appointment, you confirm your appointment, you pay for your appointment because this is a paid consult. So right now we're offering this at $299. And so people can go in, they can reserve their time for $299. They'll get a confirmation once they pay, and it'll give them a prep form. And the prep form asks them some very pointed questions about their shop, about their dealership. And then basically we just jump on the horn for 90 minutes and go, okay, what are your biggest pain points? What are your biggest concerns? Okay, let's see how your concerns line up with the numbers that you gave me in your prep form. Okay. A lot of people try to do this consulting gig from spreadsheets. They try to look at numbers and go, well, this. But I'm a strong believer that communication and leadership principles play such a huge role in the success or the demise of a company that, yes, we refer to numbers and we benchmark things from results, but I don't necessarily make all my decisions or all my advice based on those numbers. I'm going to want to have a conversation with you and talk about company culture and communication and leadership in your business so that we can make adjustments and changes and possibly talk about additional training that would help your dealership with its bottom line. And so instead of signing up for thousands of dollars worth of training, somebody can do one of these service sales strategy calls, and we can just knock it out 90 minutes and see where you're at, kind of benchmark things. And then if you want to do additional sessions down the road, great. If you want to train your people, even better. If you want to train your people and give them, one-on-one coaching and training with the Power Sport Academy, fantastic. But the main thing is, let's see where you're at. Let's kind of do this audit, this little benchmark, sales strategy session, and see where you're at for your service department, and then go from there. So we've launched that, and part of me says, well, it's a soft launch, but it's not a soft launch if I'm talking to you about it, is it? So we've got that up, and it is up and functioning. So if people go to powersportacademy.com, they click on service sales strategy session, they click on that, they have the opportunity to pick the time that works best for them, and then the system kind of takes over. It confirms the appointment, sends the payment link. Once the payment is confirmed, they get another link that gives them the prep form, and then the prep form lines them out for the call. We get on the call, I have the information in front of me, and then we can have a really good, honest conversation about, hey, what's going on at your shop, and how can, Kurt Von Onen with the Power Sport Academy help you the most? And I think that custom approach is something that dealers desperately need. So I'm hoping that people latch onto this and really move forward. Now, between our new customer flow for the Power Sport Academy and attending AIM in January, I would like to think that the Power Sport Academy is well on its way to growth and sustainability, which takes us to the Challenge Connection. The Challenge Connection right now is hosting it's a self-hosted Mañana no Mas program. We are doing it's a 5-day challenge. It's spread out over 5 weeks, and we've already had the first 2 sessions. So we've got 3 sessions left on our 5-day challenge, and it is, why is WordPress the right thing for you, right? And so what we're doing is we're taking people brand new to the idea of having a business, having an idea, and wanting to put it online. and going, okay, is WordPress the right choice for you? Do you want a WordPress site? Do you want an HTML website? Do you want Wix? Do you want Squarespace? Do you want, and going through some of those questions, right? And then once we say, okay, so WordPress is for you, great. How do you get started in WordPress? How do you start to learn WordPress without going broke, buying everything that everybody wants to sell you for WordPress? And so the first session talked about, is WordPress the right thing for you? The second session was like, hey, I've got a free option for you to try WordPress and get acclimated to the system and see how it works, right? And so now this coming Monday will be our third session. And the third session is going to be like, how do you put graphics and content together inside this platform? Okay. So that to me is like a huge thing. And I'm real happy to announce that we've got the folks at Brand Crowd jumping in with us to give us some material and help us out. Brand Crowd is it's a really unique company as far as I'm concerned. I've used it quite a bit. I'm not a graphic artist. Hand to God, I am not a graphic artist. You don't want me drawing anything for you. I'm really good at working with pre-existing graphics and stuff in the internet space, but one of my weaknesses is graphics. And so I go to others for that, but I don't want to go broke doing graphics, right? And so a lot of my projects, is there value in having a real graphic designer make you a custom logo? Absolutely. Take a look at the Mañana no Mas thing behind me, right? That's professionally developed. That whole marketing plan was done in 2008, 2009. The folks at Tangerine Cafe did that, and it's just amazing. To this day, I'm like, that speaks to what Mañana no Mas is. When I see that symbol, I go, that's it. That's Mañana no Mas. It is, right? That it becomes part of the brand. It becomes part of its essence, part of its being. But not every project needs that level of development, right? I did a sample for Marine Max, giant marine retailing company, right? And if you look at their business, it's huge. And I was working with them on developing some training for their service departments. And I was like, wow, this project really needs to be self-identified. This project really needs something that pops off the page. And so I went to a source called Brand Crowd, and I'll talk about this more in the 5-day challenge. But I went to Brand Crowd and I put in some keywords and I hit go, and it gave me hundreds of choices for like a logo for this product, for this project, right? So I selected the logo I wanted. It was like $34, $36, something like that. I paid for it. I own it. And it became part of the sample that I sent to Marine Max. Now, me and Marine Max have yet to solidify that arrangement, but I use that as an example to say, hey, if I'm working on a project and I need to add a specific graphic element to it, and I'm not a graphic designer and I don't want to pay somebody $600 to make something, I can go ahead through this Brand Crowd option and at least get my project viable, right? You might have heard MVP, minimal viable product. And so for me, it works out great. Challenge Connection logo is another one where I went through Brand Crowd and I had the logo for Challenge Connection made. So let's get to it. How do you want to join the challenge? You want to go to WordPress.challengeconnection.com, WordPress.challengeconnection.com, and you can sign up for the challenge there. There are replays for the first 2 sessions, so you're not completely left in the dark, and we can get you through the system. So lots of things going on. So we've got Mañana no Mas that is actively looking for customers that want membership and learning website work. So we've got that, right, blended with e-commerce. And then you take a look at the other stuff and you say, okay, we've got the Power Sport Academy that is off and running. We're going to AIM, and we've redone some customer flow structure in our site to help people get involved. And we're also, both of those things, Power Sport Academy and Challenge Connection, we have a lot of social tools out to let people come in and kind of see and sample things without investing, right? And so if you want to go to the Power Sport Academy and sample a free lesson, you can do that right off the homepage. We've got a form you fill out, boom, you click submit, you get access to a free lesson. You want to join the mail list. You don't have to be a student or a member to join the mail list, and we send out value-added information in that all the time. And so you can join that. Challenge Connection, same thing. Go to challengeconnection.com. You can follow our social channels there. We're on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. So the Challenge Connection has multiple ways to stay in touch, get involved, and help build a community. So super stoked about that. And of course, Mañana no Mas. If you're following this live or you're watching the replay on LinkedIn or you're on the Mañana no Mas page looking at our video diaries, you can see that we have been splashing Mañana no Mas on multiple social channels. And that's that. Folks, I mentioned this earlier in the week. It's December. We've got a short month to really kick it in the pants, right? And so I really want to see everybody, kind of get introspective for just a moment, look inside and go, okay, I heard Kurt talking about his plans. What are my plans, right? I'm trying to inspire folks. I'm trying to add some value here and go, it's a short month. You already know that between Christmas and New Year's, half of your business contacts just aren't even going to answer the phone. And if you call them, you probably shouldn't have called them anyway, right? Between Christmas and New Year's, we know that that's a dead week. So we've got to nail everything between now and Christmas. And let's face facts, with the Great Resignation and people using their sick time and their vacation time up, you might not have a lot of people to get in touch with right before Christmas. So you got to hit it hard this week. This week and next week, you got to really go after it. If there's people that you've been putting off, contacting or emailing or calling, I really strongly encourage you to make those phone calls, send those emails, and make that contact before the holiday. All right, folks, I love you. Have a good one. And I will talk to you very, very soon.